So today I had used 2 of my gallons of my raw goat milk, and I've got my Instapot here with my goat milk in here heating up on the saute, and I'm going to heat it to just over 100 degrees because I want to keep the good cultures in this raw milk. And I'm making a raw goat milk yogurt, and what you have to do is just keep stirring and making sure that it doesn't burn on the bottom of this. But it's going to take a while because I've been stirring and stirring and stirring, and it still has not reached the temperature yet, but I can hear it kicking on and off. So that is something that I'm waiting on. I still got to go out and do chores. Billy went out, and he is changing the oil in his truck because it needs it. And then I'm just trying to get it to about 105 degrees. And it's just slowly going. It's taking a little while. So I think what I'm going to do, I think I got enough time probably to go outside, at least feed the kids. I'm going to just set my lid on this to try to help it. So I'm going to go out and I'm going to get my kids fed. Probably go ahead and do my rabbit chores, and then after I'll come back in and check that again, and hopefully it's not over the temp that I need, because that shouldn't take me very long to get that done, and then come back in, and then I can get that cultured with a live culture store-bought yogurt. And I have one here. It is flavored and I'm okay with that, but this is what it is, and this is and does have live cultures in it. It does say right on the package, live cultures, billions of good probiotics. So you got to use about a cup to a gallon, and that's a gallon of milk, and I got just over a cup, so I'm going to use everything that I got in this. And when you do this, once your milk gets up to temp, you have to take some of that milk and mix it in with your yogurt, and then add that back in to your milk culture, or into your milk to culture it. And then you gotta, with this yogurt, or with this Instapot not having a yogurt button, it states that you could use the Solvibe and then set it between 8 and 24 hours. And I think what I would like to do is probably go the 24 hours and just let it do its thing, because I want a really thick Greek style yogurt. So we're gonna do this, and I think I can actually feel the heat now that I got the lid on it. Check to see where it is before I head out, and then I'm going to get ready and then go out and come back in and we'll check it again. So stay tuned. So this is where we're at right now, almost to that 100 degrees, but I need to be about 105 or so. So we got just a few more to go. And I did get outside. I did get my babies fed. Billy already gave them grain, a little bit of hay. He brought me in a half a bale to the rabbit hut, which was nice. And get that done. I gave them all the pellets, and they still need water. But we're going to wait for this to do this, and then I got to get my milk machine cleaned out, and then milk. So all I'm going to do is set this lid back on, because that's going to help it get up to temp. And then once that does, I'll get a cup of milk or so and get it put into my culture here, get it stirred up, and then put it back inside that, and then put it on the Solvibe for 24 hours, and then we shall have raw goat milk yogurt. All right, this has taken about a half an hour. I want to show you guys. We're just over 100 degrees now, so I'm going to go ahead. I turned the Instapot off because she's still climbing, which I'm okay with that. But we're at the degrees I want to be at. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this half a cup right here, and I'm going to get a half a cup of milk, warm milk, a little over 100 degrees, and I'm going to stick it inside my container here, and then I'm going to whisk, well, not whisk, but stir, try to anyways, stir this together so we get a nice good culture. And then I need to put this inside the milk mixture. Just gonna keep stirring until I can get it all in there, nice and stirred up. It's kind of hard to hold your phone and stir. Okay, set that there, and then we're gonna pour this into here, just like this. Make sure I get it all out. And then we're gonna take the spoon here, and then we're gonna mix this all together, nice and right. Just really get it thoroughly mixed through. Alright, so now it's thoroughly mixed and it's come all off of here. So what we're going to do now is put the lid on. I'm not sure even how to put this lid on. Oh, like that. Okay, now we're going to do the So Vibe, which I have to use my magnifying glass to know where it's at. Right there, okay. So this, and then what we want to do is we want to go time up to 24 hours. Oops. Oops. Right there. And then I'm going to assume that that is the right degree, so I'm just going to leave it at that, and then we're going to push start. And it says it's on. So the little Soul Vibe is on, and then it's on, so now we just wait. And then I think all this is fine. And then I'm going to put this stuff, because it needs to come over here for stuff that I got to wash. This can be, I'm not sure if I want to keep this possibly and wash it. And we'll come back tomorrow and check this and see what we get. So stay tuned. So this was about 48 hours, pushing almost a little longer, and we finally have yogurt. I'm not sure what went wrong, because you can see the whey at the top. Let me get a spoon here so you guys can see this a little better, or maybe so I could see it a little better. And then you see that finally cultivated, so that's good. That's the way the yogurt's down on the bottom of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to save the whey, because I want to feed it to the chickens. But I'm not sure how to do that. And I don't think my bowl is big enough to hold this whole thing. But I want to keep a little bit of whey, because I can add the whey back to the yogurt and make it a little thinner if I don't like the way that it looks. So I'm not sure where to set you up at so I could do this. I got a mess everywhere. It's a fail. I don't like the way it tastes. I've got like this. I'm trying to explain how it tastes. It's got a bitter taste to it. It does kind of taste yogurty, like a yogurt taste to it, but I don't like it. I really don't. I don't even know if I could flavor it to make it to the point where I would enjoy eating it. So I think what I'm going to do is do a different batch. Something from fresh milk maybe. That's something that ain't sat there for a couple of days. Maybe that made the difference. I'm not sure. So if that's the case, I'm going to give all this to the chicken so it don't go to waste. And then I can clean it back out and then get me a fresh gallon of milk from the girls and try that again. I did state where it said that I was supposed to put the temperature on 115 and it was at 133, so that could have been why it was more cheese-like instead of yogurt-like. But I'm going to put this video out there anyways because it was my fail, so hopefully this helps somebody else not do the same mistake. And that's today's video. It just took quite a while to actually find out if it was going to work or not. And I believe it will. It's just, I got to get some different yogurt or some yogurt culture because I had lost all my cheese making stuff, all my cultures and everything when our refrigerator went out last year. Was it last year or the year before that? Because we got this in November, I think. Yeah, so I think it went out in February of last year, and we were out without a refrigerator for almost half the year. Pretty much over half the year. It was 8 months before we got this fridge. And I wanted a smaller fridge because we had a huge fridge the last time, and now I wish that we would have got a bigger fridge because I can't put everything that I was putting in the fridge. Like several gallons of milk, I can't do that. We can't put a whole lot of like veggie goods in here and keep them for a week because there just isn't enough room. That's my only regret to this smaller fridge, but I'm very happy to have one. So with that being said, I'm going to sign off on this video, get this one uploaded so I have another video to put out there. I think I'm going to try to do several different videos today since I'm feeling a tad bit better. My cousin will be here tomorrow. We're going to getting these skids done, or these crates, so we can get my chicken house built. That'll be some more videos coming out for you for us building the actual chicken hut. And then also I'm going to be having him cut up a lot of the down stuff that's in this area where I actually want to put the chickens at. And then I'll have Billy make me a pad to put their house at. And then that will be something that I'm trying to get done within the next few weeks, weather allowing, and then we will go from there. So thank you guys for viewing this video. I hope that it helps the next person out who's trying to make themselves some yogurt, maybe not to do the same mistake that I did, but I wanted to show the mistake, and then we will show another video of it hopefully turning out the way that it should be. So thank you guys again for viewing. Thank you to all of our members. Thank you to all of our viewers. And thank you to all our new subscribers. I'm so happy we made it to 2,400. But let's keep climbing slowly but surely. Thank you again. And we will see everybody tomorrow. Till next time. God bless you all.